Well, hello there. The two things in this life that I absolutely cannot stand to discuss with certain people, religion and politics, oh my word, it literally gets my blood to boil. And I do not like it when my blood boils. The reason being, how do we get to this point where you think like this, honestly? And that is why I absolutely love the fact that when you write a thesis or dissertation, okay, you're asked to put footnotes, right? So that we can back up the points. We need to know where you get this point. For you to reach this certain stage where you think in this way, where did you get this? Can you back up what you said? I don't know. Do you get it?
If you don't get it, forget about it.
I have a lot to say. We have a lot to unpack in this video because what? For my birthday in 2019, I think I got a couple of books. If I had to count, they get up to 5 from different people, and I'm eternally grateful to every single one of you. Thank you. They were amazing books. It just got me thinking, this is amazing. Books can literally change your life if you read them all and understand and apply the knowledge in your life. I don't know, that's just how I feel. What do you guys think about that? Hey facts, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. If this is your first time seeing my face on your screen, hello, my name is Chandi and welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, what's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do not forget to click the subscribe button down below to turn on your notification bell so you do not miss a single notification from me. Let's just dive straight into this. In another life, I strongly believe that I'm part of a book club, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about book clubs? You're given books, right? At this point, I'm really just assuming because I've never been a part of one, but I'd like to think that you guys maybe meet once a week or maybe twice a month, I don't know. And you guys discuss a book, but I feel like I'm being pressured to finish reading the book. And then when you're in the meeting now, you're pressured to be like, oh, so in chapter whatever, we read that and experienced this and that. And it's like, I want to take my time, you know? I want to take my time, understand the book. Yeah, maybe it's just me thinking out loud. And you know those people that like, every week I have to finish 4 books. I don't know. Like, do you really do that? I don't know. And that is when like audibles come in play, right? Because you can literally just be doing whatever else, work or school, and you're listening to the book. Does that really count? Actually, no, it does count because someone is reciting the book to you. And yeah, but I don't know. I just love the feel and the smells of all the books. And you know, the joy of putting a bookmark in a chapter or page where you're like, wow, this really spoke to me. I've chosen a couple of books. Let's start with Maeve Binchy, Tara Road. That was also turned into a movie from my understanding. Every movie that is taken from a book, I feel like I need to read the book first because I feel people actually leave out some very important parts in the movie. Maybe it's budget or you guys try to cut down. I know, I understand when you're doing videography and stuff, you have to cut down some certain things, but come on, you're really cutting out some juicy parts. And that is why I appreciate the fact that I have read the book Tara Road by Maeve Binchy before I've watched the movie because I know I'm gonna be so off. Let's talk about Danny Lynch. It's on site. If Danny was human, I literally would have fought him. Let me just put it out there for everybody to hear because what? And like, let's talk about Rose. You're my homegirl, bro. Why you babsing my mans? Like, guys, no. Let me actually not spoil this. The reason why this book spoke to me, I read it at a very young age. I'm sorry. And it just molded my mind to remember that, yo, guys, there's snakes in the grass. That is all that I took from the book. Like, you can trust somebody. I don't want to spoil. Like, I feel like me telling you about these books, if you haven't read them, like, it's gonna spoil. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna talk about what I took from the books. I'm just gonna tell you guys the title. If you are interested, you can maybe go read it. If not, that's also okay. Trust me, these books are really, really good. I'm not even biased as someone who likes to read or whatever, but I think I've mentioned it in one of my other vlogs as well. I like it when the writer just makes you feel, you know, the presence. Like they lay out how the picture is like. They tell you the glasses, the type of glasses they're drinking from, which leads me to The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I can't do it! You are the best lyricist that I've actually... Like, you compete up there with Shakespeare.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Yes, I said it. I said it. Paulo is amazing. You guys need to read at least one of his books. Actually, you will be pushed to read the rest because he's amazing. It just really spoke to me, and how he explains everything. It just makes you feel like you're there, like he lays it out. It's absolutely amazing. And I remember one part in the book, they were telling you like all his journeys, all the people that he got to meet, the lessons that he learned. And there was a part where they were talking about how they would drink tea in crystal glasses. And it stuck in my head. I was like, wow, this is actually amazing. Like imagine in a crystal glass. And I was tempted. I was very close. Sorry, mommy, if you're watching this, to taking one of my mom's crystal glasses and just pouring tea in there. Because of that. But yeah, I actually just want to say, subtle brag, I ended up doing it in Qatar. I'd knock off from work 1 a.m. 2 a.m. or 2:30, I'll be already in Souk Waqif having my tea. Can you see what I'm saying? Like books really have an impact on your life. It really just drove me to want to do that. And guess what? Yes, I had my tea in a crystal glass and it was absolutely amazing. I would not have it any other way. Next one will be The Devil in Miss Prym. I absolutely love this one because it talks about different dynamics in life, death, power, all of that. And it was from the view of a bar waitress type of vibe. And there was a stranger who came to the town, blah, 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 with like a bag full of gold. And yeah, it's just a really good book. I don't want to spoil too much. All I can say is if you have questions about certain things in life, like the things that I've mentioned, death, power, all of that, this is a great book. It really opened my eyes to see a lot of things and to understand several things. Like, for example, death. I feel like that's such a great mystery. Everybody goes through it. It's a process that we all have to go through. It just made me not to be afraid of it and to just accept that, you know what, this is something that's coming. Anyway, I'm getting too deep. Talking about death, the next one is by Mitch Albom. Sorry, I love this book. Words cannot describe. See, I'm choking. That's just how much I love the book. Great book all around. The 5 people that you meet in heaven. Again, this is another book that helped me to come to terms with, death. And it didn't necessarily talk about like the 5 people. They don't have to be close to you or anything. They can just be people that you've met in life. And like the lessons that it taught us, every life serves a purpose. Everybody has got a purpose that they serve here in the world. And yeah, like there's so many great life lessons. I don't want to spoil too much. I'm just gonna be stating them and telling you guys how they made me feel and how exactly they changed my life. Check them out. If you don't like to read, they're audibles. Like there's no excuse now. In this day and age, you have no excuse. During Vlogtober, I spoke about one of these books. Was it during Vlogtober or just before it started? I can't remember. But The End of Poverty by Jeffrey D. Sachs. Great book. Forward by Bono. Can you imagine how cool that is? Hey? Anyway, I'm really not into numbers, like economics, all of that. It's not really my thing. But because Jeffrey, I feel like he's a creative, so he did it the way that he narrated the stories, right? It just makes you want to continue reading and to learn more about economics, and poverty in literally every continent. I thought it was a great book. And I feel like the things that he wrote about, most of the projections were maybe up until like 2030, but I feel like this will apply even beyond 2030 because it's a really, really good book. It's a great book. Like it actually teaches us a lot. I honestly cannot put it down. When you start it, you won't even, want to put it down because it's just that great. So yeah, I really appreciate it. If you're not really into economics and politics and all of that, and you still want to learn like the basics, even if you are an economist, I feel like you should add this to your reading list because it really teaches us a lot. Really, really good book. I really like it. Jeffrey D. Sachs. Even if you follow some of his work as well, you can just see that, wow, this person's knowledgeable. I really hope I can meet him one day and just be able to tell him that you, sir, are magnificent. Because when I start seeing graphs and whatever, I switch off. But the way that he tells his stories, I don't know, do you guys get it? Last but not least, this book here. Very short. This book is simply amazing. Think and Grow Rich. I managed to get the soft copy from one of my friends and I've been literally sending it around to everybody. Forcefully. I'm so sorry you guys have to tolerate that from me, but I need you to read this book. It's really good. I absolutely love this book, everything about it. It literally taught me like philosophies to do with love, relationships that you have amongst everybody that you work with, whether it's your life partner, parents, when I have children as well. It's such a good book. Like, it really touches on every single thing. And he kept on coming back to the point that, you know what? This book is to teach you to be rich, but if you follow these steps that I'm saying, you will get to that point. And it has to do with your mental health as well. Like, it talks about the 6 fears that you should not even tolerate because they go straight to your subconscious. And he was like, I'm not a religious person. I'm not about to talk to you about religion, but just look at how religion has run the world and think about it. Like, everybody prays to a certain God, and if you're a prayerful person and you still have certain fears, like fear of rejection, fear of loss, you have jealousy in your heart, you're feeding that into your subconscious. And when you're praying, that is the first thing. Like, even if you're not praying, like, your subconscious is the one that connects to like the spiritual realm, maybe to God as well. So the messages that you're putting into your subconscious are the ones that are going to be first taken out, to the extent that when you actually end up praying, because your subconscious is filled with fear, how are you going to succeed in your business, bro? If you're scared, like, oh no, I can't take this giant leap of faith. Oh no, I can't leave this job because what I'm planning won't succeed. How are you going to get there? He just spoke so many facts, and look how tiny the book is. Listen, it's literally just 232 pages. You can finish this in a week if you put your head to it. And honestly, the knowledge that you're going to take out of it is just astounding. And it teaches you about different men or women that were successful in the past, how they got there, what they did to get to their success. Like, it's just an all-around really good book. He taught me about auto-suggestions, something that I really did not even know about. Oof, let me not spoil. But seriously, get into it. Yeah, such a good book. It really changed my life. And even at the end of the book, he put like a checklist, and he said every 4 to 6 months, make sure that you come back to read at least this part. If you're not going to read the whole book, at least read this part so that you can check yourself, like a self-analysis test. And you know, every time he kept on saying yes or no, it just showed you like, yo, I really needed to work on myself on this part of my life. It's just such a good book. It teaches you self-control, discipline, all of that. Even if you're an adult, guys, you cannot stop learning. That's the one thing that I've learned in this life. You as an adult can learn something from a child, and a child can learn something from you as well. With learning things, you can never be too old to learn something new. And that is why I urge you to read books, because you attain knowledge that you can also, you know, implant in your own life, and you can do things differently because you're much wiser. You've gained knowledge. And reading books is just one of those ways that you can do it. You can travel, you can talk to different people from different walks of life, but reading books is the most inexpensive way that you can attain knowledge. I absolutely love them, and I hope you guys check those out. You will learn a lot, trust me. Most of them are very riveting. You learn a lot, and you honestly won't be able to put them down once you start. So yeah, I hope you guys check them out, and do let me know how you feel about them.